David, right?
Sure.
Carrie, oh, I'm so off. If you could come down here so I'm not looking way over there, that'd be awesome.
I was sitting over here.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
She's autographed.
Well, welcome. I always love thanking Linda for this opportunity and today supporting the cardiovascular wellness program in the intention this month, the theme, if you will, is about sleep and helping people to understand the importance of and so forth. And so that's what we're going to focus on today for our intention. And one of the reasons that I always try to have an intention for the class, as well as it's good for us to have one just for life in general, is practicing with an intention, though, for mindfulness helps with sustaining that mind-body connection. And I don't know if you all can see this, but what we're doing today is more about creating a stronger mind-body connection than standing on our heads or putting our foot behind our neck or
That's
anything.
Good, I can't do that.
Yeah, oh, good. Yeah, that's not in the plan. And so when you practice with an intention, then what that helps is gaining a competence the rest of the time off the mat, if you will, in yoga terms. It helps us to practice having more competence with making this being in the moment all the time. And so that's why I try to always have an intention. And so what our class is about today, like I said, sleep. And we're going to be practicing some of the tools that are listed in a link that Linda's going to send out, the ultimate guide for mindfulness for sleep. And then as well, we're going to be reviewing the handout that I have on breath techniques. That's one of the reasons that this is being recorded, is Linda wanted this to be recorded so that you would not only have access to the handout on the website, but the actual practicing the techniques, if you will. So one of the things that I really found interesting and why I sent that article about the ultimate guide to mindfulness for sleep, the very first do's and don'ts that they have is meditate daily. We always have some kind of a meditation. We'll have a real brief one today, but having a regular daily meditation practice, even if it's just 3 to 5 minutes, that consistency actually helps people with sleeping better at night. And then if you're like me, which research has shown, there are still people who meditate daily, but still occasionally find themselves waking up in the middle of the night, then that's where these breath practices and the body scan that we're going to practice today comes in handy to get back to sleep. And the next thing you know, the alarm's going off or you're waking up the next morning. Number 2 is, like I say, if after you wake up, if you do in the middle of the night and 20 minutes goes by and you haven't gone back to sleep, then get up. If it's pain that got you up, take us some pain medicine, or put on Liniment or whatever works for you. Write down the things that you're worrying about so that you can address them in the morning and not constantly have your head working about them in the night. Another one that they recommend is don't rely on sleep apps. The electricity goes off. You're on vacation, lots of different things happen. The phone's not charged, that make it where if you're relying on some kind of a sleep app, then you're not able to go to sleep on those nights if that's not available. So this is why it's good for you to have your own practice in your head. And last but not least is try not to force it. When you're going to bed and when you read the article, they say it's so much better than I could, but the bottom line is, when you're going to sleep, don't be struggling about it. Just let the worries or whatever's clouding your mind go by like a cloud, like when we meditate. Just kind of let them, and then, like I say, if 20 minutes go by and you don't go to sleep, get up. So we usually start with a brief relaxation, but today, in supporting our tools for sleep, we're going to practice a body scan. And this particular body scan is one that Diana Winston from UCLA, who I've shared before her work, has used to help people to prepare for sleep. So what I actually recommend is, whether you're at home or here, that you actually lie down if that's comfortable for you. If you need pillows or a blanket, whatever you need to support yourself in this body scan, please use it. You're certainly welcome to remain seated, but again, we're tools for sleep, so I recommend that you lie down. And one of the things that I want to tell you for sure is, if at any time during today's practice you find yourself falling asleep, that's okay. I did my job. So not to worry. If you notice thoughts or worries, just again, just remember that that's normal. We're all human. We've got these brains that are made to work. And so just as soon as you notice that, come back to whatever it is that we're doing at the time. See if you can redirect your attention back to the focus. So as you're lying down, make yourself comfortable, and then try to make yourself even 5 or 10% more comfortable. Find out, maybe you need to adjust the pillow. Maybe you want a pillow underneath your knees. Just really allowing yourself to get comfortable. And then at first, what I want you to do is notice your body lying down or seated, but wherever it is, noticing your body. What is it lying on? What's going on in the room about you and the objects about us? And again, this is one of the practices that I do at 2 o'clock in the morning, or even if I'm having difficulty going to sleep, is just checking in, just like this, with the body. The blanket's over me, my pillow. If you've got a dog right there or a cat that sleeps with you, just observing what's happening around you in your bed. Feeling the body sensations that are present. And as we scan the body, observe any kinds of sensations like vibrations, tingling, heaviness, pressure, movement, heat, coolness. Notice these sensations without trying to change them or make them different. Simply bringing a mindful attention of curiosity and openness to the present moment. And then begin the scan by noticing the sensations on the top of your head. Simply noting what you feel. You might notice vibration or pressure, or perhaps not even feel anything. Then begin to focus your attention on your skull as it makes contact with the pillow or bed or chair. There might be a sense of pressure or other sensations. Simply be curious about these sensations. If you can, allow any tension you may feel to gently release. If that doesn't seem possible, simply notice what it is that you feel. Scan your face area, forehead, eyes, and nose. Notice your cheeks and mouth. There may be sensations of tingling, temperature, lightness. Let it all be there. Be curious about your experience. And then begin to notice any sensations that you may feel in your throat. Gently bring your attention down into the sensations in your shoulder area. Notice any tension present. And sometimes, even in the act of noticing tension, you may find yourself relaxing. If that's not possible, you can breathe gently, directing the breath to your shoulders. Notice the sensations in your left shoulder. Then bring your attention down your left arm and then into your left hand. Be curious and open to the sensations that are present in your left hand and fingers. Allow your hand to soften and relax. Now bring your attention up to your right shoulder, noticing any sensations that may be present. Start to scan your right arm for vibration, tingling, or movement. Notice your elbow, your forearm, your hand and fingers. A lot of sensations are usually present in the hands and fingers. But if at any point there's no sensation, just notice the absence of sensation. And then gently allow both hands to soften and relax. Let your attention go to the top of your shoulders and into your back. Imagine a zigzag sensation or an up and down movement across your back. Can you be open and curious to whatever the experience is? Be kind to yourself, no matter what comes up. Notice your upper back, your mid back, and the sensations in your lower back. If thoughts arise as you're doing this, worries, concerns, see if you can let them go. Let them be like clouds floating in the sky, moving across your mind, then gently disappearing. Bring your attention now to the top of the chest area, gently scanning your chest, your rib cage, and into the stomach. See if you can soften your stomach. Breathe more deeply while directing the breath to that area, allowing it to soften and relax. Notice your entire pelvic area and any places where your body has contact with the head. Feel whatever sensations are present. Gently bring your attention to your left hip and awareness down your left leg. Notice the sensation in your thigh, knee, and left calf. Then bring your attention to your ankle, foot, and toes. Now bring the attention to the sensations in your right hip. Gently drawing your attention down into your right thigh. You can even circle your attention on the right leg or notice in any way that makes sense to you. Feel any vibration, tingling, temperature, heaviness, or movement in your knee and calf. Scan your leg down into the right ankle and toes. Allow both feet to soften and relax. And if you were at home, once you scanned your body, you're welcome to start again if you were not asleep at that point. This time you could start at your feet and go back up through your body until you get to the top of your head. You could scan your body up and down as many times as is helpful. And then staying wherever you are, if it's comfortable for you, we'll practice that breath techniques handout. This is a practice that you can do anytime you can't sleep, whether it's bedtime or the middle of the night. And remember, at any time during any of the breath practices, if you feel uncomfortable, dizzy, or lightheaded, just stop and allow the breath to return to normal. As you move through the practice, you could allow yourself to find where it's most comfortable for you and stay at that point. So if you haven't already done that, allow your eyes to close or come to a relaxed half gaze, gently observing your posture, allowing yourself to move at any time during this practice so that you're as comfortable as possible. Allow the shoulders and neck to relax, bringing ease into the legs and arms, the back, the abdomen, the chest, the neck, and the head. Continue encouraging the body to become more comfortable and at ease as you breathe naturally. And now gently bringing that awareness to the breath, breathing naturally, being simply aware. Observe the natural inhalation and exhalation of your own breath without changing anything, at your own pace. The inhale and the exhale. And then, if it's comfortable for you, you could place one hand on the abdomen and observe that natural inhalation and exhalation of the breath, again, without changing anything, just being aware of the movement of the abdomen as you breathe. And then next, completely exhaling through the nose, and at the end of the exhalation, gently contract the abdomen, helping to push all the air out of the lungs, and then slowly inhaling through your nose, expanding the abdomen. Exhaling through the nose, contracting the abdomen, inhaling deeply, expanding the abdomen. Continuing at your own pace. Full, deep abdominal breaths. Inhaling completely, exhaling completely. Allowing the breath to relax the body. You could stay with this abdominal breath if that's comfortable for you, or go back to a natural breath at this point. And with that natural or abdominal breath, add a mental note to each breath. In with the inhalation and out with the exhalation. And next, begin to count the length of each inhalation and exhalation. If they're already equal, then allow them to remain equal for a few breaths. But if they're not already equal, Remember, keeping it comfortable, whatever works for your body. But if it's comfortable, inhaling to a count of 3 or 4 or 5, and exhaling to 3 or 4 or 5. Just continuing this as long as it is comfortable for you if you were home. And just as a side note, this is about where I find myself waking up the next morning, the alarm going off. Making the breath equal. And now, if you're still awake, adding as comfortable a longer count to the exhales, such as a count of 3 for the inhale and exhaling at 4 or 5 or 6, whatever works for your body. Sometimes I get to this point before I fall asleep. And now again, if you still want to sleep at night, you could add counting the breath. So choosing whether you wish to count to 5 or 10, 15, pick your number, whatever works for your body, and count each breath. Inhale and exhale is 1. Inhale and exhale is 2. You could keep this inhalation and exhalation that you're counting with the longer exhales. That will give it a little more emphasis, or with an abdominal breath. But just making whatever your inhale and your exhale that you're counting works for your body and allows your body and mind to remain at ease. Counting the breath. If you chose, say, 5 and you find yourself at 7 or 8, and just gently start over again at 1. And again, gently, if I've made it to this point, this definitely gets me asleep. And then coming back to a natural breath. And staying on your back for our postures today. Our postures today start with lying on the back. So I'm gonna, oops, put that there. Here. And we're going to start on the back. With each one of these postures, we're going to do about 5 times for each pose. I'm going to put this down so see Kevin. You could keep your pillow under your head if that's comfortable for your cervical spine, or you could take it away. But just gently starting as you're lying here on the back, just bringing the right knee to the chest, wherever that works for you. And then the left knee. You could have your legs straight or bent as I have them. Just listening to your body. 2. Moving slowly as we're doing. Just very slowly and gently. Slow it way down, feeling each muscle group that's working with this gentle knee to the chest. I think that's 4, 5, and then ever so gently bringing both knees up. Maybe a little squeeze here and breathe to a count of 5. And then start making circles with your knees as if your sacrum was a dinner plate and you're rolling that around the edge of that plate. Once you've done about 5 circles in one direction, very slowly, 5 circles in the other direction, very slowly. Just listening to your body, what works for you. Breathing, paying attention to each muscle group. And then gently putting your legs back down on the ground. I'm sorry, your feet down on the ground. And you're bringing your heels as close to your fingertips as you can comfortably make them. Keeping your knees together and gently coming up into a bridge. But again, listening to your body. And if you're coming up a 1/2 inch, and that's how comfortable it is for you today, then that's perfect. Slowly, slowly, slowly going up, slowly going down. As you raise up, make it almost as if you're bringing up your tailbone and then your lumbar spine and then your thoracic spine. And then gently bringing it back down the thoracic, lumbar, sacrum, tailbone last. And again, about 5 of these gentle, gentle, slow bridges. Listening to your body. Only doing, and remember always with all of our postures, visualizing yourself if there's anything that I'm suggesting that we do that is not comfortable for you. And then I think that's about 5. And now we're going to do a supported fish. And what I mean by that is I'm going to take this pillow that I had under my head and I'm going to place it down more on my back. And then this allows me to lie back and put the pillow wherever it works for you in your body, your neck. And then you'll notice that when you're in the supported fish, what it's doing is it's opening up your chest. And then take about 5 nice deep breaths in the supported fish. And then gently rolling over onto all 4 and coming into the cat and the cow. And with the cat and cow, you're just on all 4 and you're bringing your spine up, exhaling, and then inhaling into that cow, exhaling into that cat. And again, about 5 cats and cows. And if you can't do cats and cows, that's perfect. Just visualize yourself doing the cat and cow. Or modify it to a seated cat and cow. Whatever works for your body today. And then coming into child's pose. Now, for some people, this is difficult. You can maybe put that pillow in front of you and support yourself. Or if you can come forward, but your legs can't go that far down, maybe you could put the pillow behind you and support yourself. You could use a brick, kind of sit on that and support yourself, or have that brick in front. Just coming into that gentle child's pose, whatever works for your body today. Supporting what works for you. Breathing again about 5 deep breaths. Observing as you're in this child pose that that's compressing your diaphragm. And again, this is one of the ways that yoga helps us to improve our breathing muscles, because you're kind of strengthening your muscles in a very gentle way with this child's pose. And then ever so gently come back down onto your back. And again, if you want to, you could place that pillow back under your head to support your cervical spine. And we'll do a gentle spinal twist. Now, it's kind of hard on these. I didn't think about it when I was at home on the floor, but ideally, you would have your hands out in a T. And then just with the easiest way is to just have your feet in pivoted like this, and then just gently rolling your knees to one side and your head to the other. And then back to the center, and then exhaling, breathing as you're just gently, slowly twisting that. This is the most gentle way. Now, if this is too easy for you, you want a little more, then you could have one leg straight and then just allow the other leg to go over like that and back, and then bringing up and straightening and having it go over. But I think I'm just going to leave my legs bent today. Exhaling and inhaling. With this just gentle spinal twist. Knees are going one way, head is going the other. Breathing with it. And then gently coming back up. All the way. Oh, I'm sorry. Stay where you are. I'm glad I cut before you guys got up. If you were at home, you would get against a wall. If I'm, say, against this wall, and I would get as close as I could to the wall. And then in an ideal world too, it's best if you have your bottom on, say, a pillow or something, because it makes it less of a straight, it kind of makes it more of a curve once you do this. And then you come around, and then you have your feet up against the wall. And then if your feet are just relaxed against the wall without breaking the bone, you could just stay here for a long time. And this is so comfortable, especially with this pillow underneath my bottom, because I've made this a much more gentle curve. So that would be the next position. And then ever so gently coming to mountain and just standing for 5 breaths in mountain. And just kind of coming into wherever your mountain is today. And breathing. 5 deep breaths, if that's possible for you to be comfortable. And then 5 inhalations up. 1. Slowly listening to the body and exhaling down. And then inhaling up. And exhaling down. And then inhaling up. And exhaling down, I think that's 5. And then just a one arm, gentle twist to the side. So bringing one arm up and just going over as far as your body comfortably can today. And then same thing on the other side. Inhaling up, gently exhaling over. Slowly listening to your body, inhaling and exhaling. And then gently coming to a seated position, wherever works for you. I'm going to come back over here. And after that, it's recommended to do a breath balancing meditation. So what I mean by that is we've done this before, and it's just making your breath the same count for the inhalation and the exhalation. So listening to your body, if it's comfortable for you, it's recommended 5 or 6 for the inhalation and the exhalation. So an inhale to 5 and exhale 5. But if that's too much or not enough for you, then make it 6 or 4, whatever works for your body. So go ahead and make sure that you're sitting in our normal meditation type posture where you're seated in a comfortable, somewhat noble position. Spine is erect. Allow the eyes to close or come to a relaxed half gaze. I'm breathing with that inhalation and the exhalation, the same duration. 4, 5, 6, whatever feels comfortable to you. If you like, you can imagine that you're breathing in and out through your heart, or the area of your heart. If you like, as you breathe, you could bring to mind a pleasant, heartfelt emotion like gratitude, kindness, or love. Perhaps thinking about a happy time, something you appreciate. You could also imagine this feeling moving through your heart as you breathe. In a couple moments, we'll conclude with a bell. Just continuing, same duration breath. ever so gently. It's already that time, making your way to the deep relaxation position of your choice. Getting another pillow or two if you need. Wish we had blankets here. I must need a blanket today. And if I'd had time, but we're in the middle of a remodel right now, and so it didn't happen. I'm planning on making a handout of that postures for sleep. So we'll get that together and put it on the website.
I was also told by a doctor to not have any TV or computer screen in front of me for at least an hour before I go to bed.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you brought that up because it reminds me, I did mean to mention earlier, I'm only talking about mindfulness practices today because that's what I do. But as I was looking at the calendar for this month, it looks like, I mean, what Rob talked about, sleep apnea on Tuesday, somebody is going to talk about sleep hygiene, which is basically what you're talking about there. Absolutely. But sleep hygiene is imperative. And that was actually another thing that I was going to do prior to starting today, if I had the time, I like to put a little bit of lavender on the backs of my hands. I have some lavender cream, and there's just something about when you're laying there and you smell that lavender, it becomes just part of this is what I do before I go to sleep and helps. So hopefully by now, with all my rambling, you've made your way into whatever position works for your body for the deep relaxation today. You can allow your eyes to close or come to a relaxed half gaze. Start to notice if one side of the body is tighter or looser than the other. If one side of the body has more pressure on it than the other. Give yourself permission at any time to adjust the body so that it's relaxed and can remain comfortable so that you can totally let go. Then start to bring the awareness to the right leg and stretch out the right leg from the hips to the toes. Squeeze the right leg and be aware of all the muscles from the toes up to the hip. Inhale, raise the leg a few inches. Exhale, relax the leg. Roll it gently from side to side and allow it to relax. Bring the awareness to the left leg. Stretch out the left leg from the hips to the toes. Squeeze the left leg and be aware of all the muscles from the toes to the hip. Inhale, raise the leg a few inches. Exhale, relax the leg. Roll it gently from side to side and allow it to relax. Bring the awareness to the right arm. Stretch out the right arm and splay the fingers. Make the hand into a fist. Squeeze the right hand and arm and be aware of all the muscles from the fingers to the shoulder. Inhale, raise the arm. Exhale, relax the arm. Roll it gently from side to side and allow it to relax. Bring the awareness to the left arm. Stretch out the left arm and splay the fingers. Make the hand into a fist. Squeeze the left hand and arm and be aware of all the muscles from the fingers to the shoulder. Inhale, raise the arm. Exhale, relax the arm. Roll it gently from side to side and allow it to relax. Bring the awareness to the buttocks. Inhale, gently squeeze the buttocks and feel all the muscles on both sides equally. As you exhale, allow them to be relaxed and soft as you feel the floor or chair under them. Bring the awareness to the abdomen. Inhale, expand the abdominal muscles. Exhale, relax, and allow the abdomen to feel soft. Bring the awareness to the chest and lungs. Inhale as the chest and lungs expand. Exhale, allowing the chest, lungs, and heart to relax. Gently squeeze the shoulders up to the ears, then together in front of you. And gently roll the shoulders back against the pillow or floor or chair and away from the ears, allowing them to relax. Begin to observe the neck. Slowly and gently roll the head to the left and then to the right and back to center. Bring the chin down slightly toward the chest, allowing the head to find its natural center and relax. Bring the awareness to the face. Inhale, close the jaw. Exhale, allow it to open and relax. Observe the lips and cheeks. Inhale, squeeze them together. As you exhale, allow them to relax. Bring the awareness to the eyes. Inhale, squeeze them together. As you exhale, allow them to relax and become soft. Bring the awareness to the space between the eyebrows and the forehead. As you inhale, raise the eyebrows. As you exhale, relax and feel an imaginary hand soothe away any tension on the forehead and all the worry lines. Allow your face to become as smooth as the face of a baby. And then observe the physical body. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath down the legs to the toes and the feet, allowing the toes and feet to relax. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the ankles, calves, and shins. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the knees, thighs, and hips. Allow the breath to return to normal and observe the feet and the legs. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath down the arms to the fingers and hands, allowing all the muscles, nerves, bones, tendons, and connective tissue to relax. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the wrists, the forearms, and the elbows. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the upper arms and shoulders, allowing the breath to replace any tension or discomfort. And then allow the breath to return to normal and observe the hands and the arms. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the buttocks, the pelvis, and the pelvic organs. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the abdomen and allow all of the abdominal organs to relax, releasing blocked energy from all the pelvic and abdominal organs. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the chest, to the lungs, and to the heart. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the throat. And then allow the breath to return to normal and observe the front of the body as it starts to become soft with relaxation. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the lower back and spine, each vertebrae, muscle, and nerve. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the mid-back and spine. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the upper back and spine, between the shoulder blades and behind the heart. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the shoulders, to the neck, to the base of the head. And then allow the breath to return to normal and observe the back as it comes closer to the floor or chair in relaxation. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the jaw, the lips, and the tongue. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the cheeks, nose, and eyes, behind the eyes and the eyelids, allowing the eyes to soften and relax. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to the forehead, the temples, the sides of the head, and the ears. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, send the breath to relax the scalp, the entire brain, and the mind, allowing all the movement of the thoughts in the mind to relax. And then observe the body. Notice if there's any part of the body that does not feel completely relaxed. Go back to that part, and as you exhale, encourage it to relax. Observe the legs, arms, back, head, knowing you're able to move if necessary. Enjoy the feeling of letting go. Observe the breath once again. Guide this gentle breath to remove any subtle tension, thoughts, feelings, or memories in the feet, ankles, lower legs, knees, thighs, hips, fingers, hands, wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms. Sending the gentle breath to the shoulders, letting go of your burdens. With that gentle breath, touch the buttocks and pelvis. Allow the abdomen to soften. With that gentle breath, touch the chest, lungs, and heart. With that gentle breath, touch the throat. Send the gentle breath to the base of the spine and allow the breath to slowly come up through the middle spine to the upper spine, relaxing the shoulders, and allow the neck to be open as a connection between heart and head. Gently relax the jaw, cheeks, and nose with the gentle breath. The eyes soften and draw into the inner sight. With that gentle breath, relax the eyelids, the forehead, and the ears as they draw inward to the inner sounds. With that gentle breath, relax the entire scalp and bathe the brain with relaxation. Slowly bring the awareness to the gentle breath as it enters and leaves the body. As it enters, feel it bringing oxygen and healing energy. As it leaves, feel yourself letting go of thoughts, feelings, tensions. Notice a lightness and a feeling of detachment from the body, mind, and all worldly cares. Have a moment of quiet. Begin to go further within to look for that place of stillness, peace, joy, or whatever you would like to call it. It is a place of ultimate relaxation, a wellspring of healing energy. Find that place and rest there. Slowly and gently bring the awareness back to the breath. Observe the body recharging with fresh, vital energy. As you inhale, guide the energy down the spine. Inhale to revitalize the internal organs. Inhale to surround the heart with healing energy. Inhale to fill the lungs and feel the throat open. Inhale and allow the energy to move down the arms to the fingers. Inhale and allow the energy to move down the legs to the toes. Slowly and gently roll the head from side to side. Slowly and gently stretch out the body. Observe the body. Observe the mind. Slowly allow the eyes to open just slightly and see how the world looks to you as that first ray of light enters your eyes. Allow a feeling of peace and stillness that is your essential nature to spread through your life and share it with all you meet. Coming back to our intention for the day, tools for sleep. Back to that article that Linda will be sending out. One of their tips for going to sleep was focusing on gratitude, which we've talked about before. And so our quote today is from the behavioral sleep expert, Jared Minkle. Focusing on the good can evoke pleasant emotions and help soothe you to sleep. For example, rather than thinking what might go wrong, try to focus your attention on something you're looking forward to. You can also think of something that happened during the last day or two that you're grateful for. It can also be comforting to think of a positive person in your life or nice deeds that other people have done for you. Feeling fortunate or grateful for that person can reduce worry and help you to sleep. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.
Namaste.
Other than freezing.
Thank you, Linda.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hope that helps. And
I
the
need it.
article is coming and the handout is already on the website.